Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Football Manager 2023 as we continue our run with Banbury United in the Skybet League 2 now. This is our second episode of that. And so far, we've won more games than we've lost. Unfortunately, only one of those games was in the league. Let's get into the episode. All right, here we are. As you can see, we do have 4 green dots, only 3 red dots. But as I said before, only one of those green dots is in the league. The other 2 of the other ones are, of course, Carabao Cup. And then we did win first round of the Papa John's Trophy, Southern Section Group F. There you go. So yeah, we did get past the second round of the Carabao Cup, beating another League One team in Shrewsbury. Now they're currently 11th in League One, so maybe not like the best of the best, but presumably still better than us, you would think. But let's back up. Let's go look at our Sheffield Wednesday loss. We lost to them 4-1. Now we did get a man sent off in the 47th minute, and it was pretty much all downhill from there. We did pick up a late goal from Spencer Johnson in the 88th minute, but obviously by then it was too little, too late, not really worth anything. We then went up against Cheltenham and beat them 1-0 with a 71st minute goal from Jim Moore. That was it. Not a lot in this game, although we did feel like we had pretty good control of this game. And I actually felt like we should have scored maybe a second goal at some point. So it was good that we finally got the one goal, but definitely, could have been better. Shrewsbury game though, 2-1. We got a goal from Richie and a goal from Kai Jones in this game. We did give up a goal in the 68th minute, but thankfully Kai Jones picking up that 70th minute to get the win, the outright win, instead of having to go to penalty shootout again like we did against Swindon. Our game against Bradford City, 2-0 loss. Honestly, I actually thought we played better than the 2-0 loss. And maybe we still lose. I'm not saying we don't, but I think we actually played okay in this game for the most part. Just couldn't get the goals in, things of that nature. They did pick up a penalty in the 46th minute. And another really, really late goal in the 93rd minute. I just realized both of their goals came from extra time. So, yeah, great for us. We just couldn't quite hold on long enough. We then up against Tottenham. Obviously, they're your under-23s team here. Under-23s or under-18s? Under-21, sorry, under-21 team. We beat them 4-1. Doesn't really mean much. I mean, it's an under-21s team. It is what it is. It's something, I guess. I mean, fans didn't even show up for this game. 371 fans compared to our previous home game of 5,433. Pretty big discrepancy there. But we did get a goal from Alfie King, a goal from Heckman, or actually a pair of goals from Heckman, and a goal from Oyedel in the midfield from this game. So good to see some guys picking up some goals. Unfortunately, Taberner, I don't know if you guys know who Taberner is. We'll look at that here in just a second. Picked up an injury after being on an 8.0. Taberner being a right winger for us. And speaking of that, let's go look at our transfers. So we have picked up a couple more transfers. Nothing crazy. We haven't spent really any money. So, I mean, as you can see, our transfers out is 400K. Our transfers is only 58K. And we already knew about the 58K because 50 of that is, or most of that, because Zito was the 50K right there. We then, let's see, what was the last game you guys saw was Swindon 8-11. So anything after 8-11. So we then picked up this guy named Spencer Johnson on loan. Actually, I think I showed you guys the loans, but just in case I didn't, we do have 3 loanies in. Spencer Johnson, who comes in as a right wingback. I mean, he's got good potential, but we don't really care about his potential because we're only using him for this year. So 3-star current ability looks pretty good. We then picked up Rashad Lloyd on loan as well. He comes in as a midfielder. Pretty strong player, 3.5-star current ability. Again, don't really care about this potential because it's not going to be something we really realize ourselves. And then finally, Joshua Stevenson, also coming in on loan. He comes in as center back or defensive midfielder either. 3-star current ability, could go up a little bit higher, but again, who cares? Here comes the transfers that we actually brought in that we do care about. First up, Trent Ormerod. He comes in here as a 5-star potential. Only 1.5-star current ability, but 5-star potential 18-year-old who can play center back, can play defensive midfielder. It could also play right back. Technically could be trained as a attacking midfielder of all things. It's just kind of interesting. But really, we're bringing him in here because of this potential. That's what he's here for. He's obviously nowhere near the front of our team from a current ability standpoint, but that right there is really what we're bringing him here. If we can develop him at all, this guy could either be somebody who's going to be amazing for us to keep as a player or somebody who we sell on and get some money for the team. We then picked up Dan Moss. Dan Moss comes in here. He's 26 years old, so obviously a bit older than what we normally pick up, but he looked pretty decent. 3.5 star current ability, could go as high as 4 stars, so he still has a little bit of development potentially ahead of him. We really needed a right back. He can also play center back. We got him on a free. If we could turn him around and keep him for a while or sell him on, who knows? I think he's going to be worth something for us. We shall see. And then finally on the freeze, we picked up Joel Taberner. We just saw him scoring a goal earlier. He comes in here as a right wing attacking midfielder on the right-hand side. 3-star current ability, could go as high as 4.5 stars. That's the big reason why we brought him in. He is 23 years of age, so a little bit older than some of these other youngsters. Maybe less time to develop into that 4.5 star. But if we can get him developing, that would be pretty awesome for us. Again, somebody that we can either sell on or somebody that we'll keep around and grow with us, So that is what he's here for. And then finally, we picked up Charlie Sayers. We just pay a little bit of money for him, but effectively, for the most part, are free. I mean, for all intents and purposes. He comes in here as a good 4.5 star potential player, current ability 2.5 star on that left wing. We were very, very lacking on that left wing. We have 2 guys already there, Harrington and what's the guy's name? Where is he? Chizoba over here. Chizoba plays really well. He's got a good 5-star potential, but the problem with Chizoba is that he is actually an international play. So whenever we lost him for international time, Harrington, where is he? Right there. He was basically having to hold down everything by himself, which meant he was getting really tired and just not good for us overall. So we needed a third option just to have someone else. That's the reason why we brought in the other guy. So looking pretty good. So here's how the team shapes up overall. We go look at the squad planner. In goal, we've got McNabb as our starter because I want to see him develop as much as he possibly can. Blair is here, but primarily as a backup option for us at the moment. He's probably not going to be happy with that because he is labeled as a first choice goalkeeper. We'll see how long we can push him off as much as possible. Already McNabb is worth more than both of our other 2 goalkeepers combined. On the right back, we have, again, Dan Moss probably is our leading candidate at the moment. Spencer Johnson would be if he was ours, but since he's on loan, I am not going to play him ahead of our other guys. We want to develop our other guys as much as possible. Dan Moss coming in here as just as much potential ability as Wilson, but a little bit more current ability, so he will take the lead at the moment. Wilson is his backup. Again, Spencer Johnson as needed. If we end up losing these guys from loans because we don't play them enough, that's fine. I'm not going to be too worried about that. On the left-hand side, we've got really just 3 options. Lawson down there, I mean, he has a 0 current ability. I mean, he's good for the youth team. We either need to get him out on loan or, which I think we actually haven't put up for long. We do. But he has good potential. I mean, 5-star potential. This guy could be amazing someday. Just not quite there yet. So right now, as it is right now, Chizoba is probably going to be our main starter because he's got the most potential. Sayers comes in as probably his backup with Harrington behind him. We'll see how that plays out. In the central defender roles, truth be told, I'm going to try and play Ormerod. I mean, he's got the most potential of anybody that we have currently at our team. Again, besides Lawson down here at the bottom. So we're going to play Ormerod, even though he's going to lack. He's going to struggle probably a bit because this is, being at this level. But if we can get him developed up at all, if you can get him to 2-star by the end of the season, that would be extremely, extremely huge for us and continue developing from that point forward. Zito probably being our second choice with Brown, Hayes Green filling that backup roles for each of those spots. And then Holding and then the loaney guy Stevenson coming in here as a third string option. If we get a little bit fatigued and things of that nature, there is our football manager, Jan. So we are definitely doing some football manager right now. All right, as our defensive midfield here, Haddock, we had gone out for it. We're not able to pick him up, so we're going to make sure we pull him off of that list. Unfortunately, all of our players here in the defensive midfield are all 3 of our loanies can play in defensive midfield. So cool. Our primary option will probably be, honestly, Ackroyd a lot of times. I mean, technically, Ormerod could be retrained as that if we wanted him to, but really we are lacking in the defensive midfield. We need, well, for the future. I mean, for this year, we would be fine with these 3 loanies, Ackroyd, Ormerod, and actually Hayes Green can play up there pretty well as well. So we've got options for it for the season. We just don't have options for it for the future. So we'll see what we can do with that. In the midfield, though, Oyadale comes in as our main primary starter with Gilligan as his backup. And then Brooke and Alfie King down from there. I know I've already gone over a lot of the team, but with us bringing in, 5 or 6 extra changes, actually not counting the loanies, I want to make sure we go over this again just so you guys can see where we're at and kind of what the thought process is of why we're playing certain people over others. In the attacking side, Alibi comes in as our primary because he's got the most potential on the left. Kai Jones has the most potential on the right currently. Could drop off and be only a 4-star potential. We don't know how true that white star is. If he does drop off, then Tabernar becomes our starter pretty much immediately. And then up front, we got Richie and Heckman as our primaries, both 5-star potential. St. Louis behind them, and then behind them, Coyote, who I think we're trying to get out on loan as well. So that's it. I know a lot of stuff going on. Looks like Coyote loan did get rejected here. I think that was because they wanted to play him as a fringe player, and I did not want that. We do have a Pollock loan going out, which could be useful to us because he's going to be playing as a primary player for them. He doesn't have a lot of development ahead of him. I'm not really expecting to get much for him other than just the fact that they're paying his wages. So still got tons of money in the wage budget because I moved all of the transfer budget over here. But truth be told, the transfer window is closed. We might get some more options in the January transfer window, but until then, this is the team we've got. All right, enough of that. Let's get into this first game. Here is the team we're bringing again. I just wanted to go through that so that we have some explanations. Since we're playing Colchester, and since this is a team we played previously in the previous league, and it's a home game, and we know we can beat them with this formation, we are going to go back to the 4-2-3-1 formation for today. I have been swapping to this formation from time to time in the middle of games as needed. If it felt like we got a little bit behind to try and kind of get back into it, and it's worked a little bit here and there, but definitely going to start it today. We got McNabb in goal, Chizoba on the left, Moss on the right, Holding and Hayes Green holding down the central defender roles, Oyedel and Campbell in our midfield, Alibi on the left wing. Gilson is actually going to come in on the right wing. He's actually technically an attacking midfielder on the center. That's why I didn't bring him up sooner. But I'd still like to get him some game time, so we're going to bring him on the right-hand side. Vickers, same reason. We're going to bring him as the shadow striker with Charles ahead. These are our 3 attacking midfielder options, and they don't get a ton of game time these days. I want to make sure they get some game time today, especially with a lot of our other guys being kind of tired. We've had a lot of games in a very short succession, so that's a lot of the reason why you're seeing the formation we're running as well as the specific team players that we're running today, because our attacking midfield guys just don't get a lot of playtime, so they're more fit. All right. The yawns will not stop. I apologize. We definitely have to get a win today. And the reason we got to get a win today is because we're not going to win a lot of games, right? We're just not. That's just the way it is. This is a team that we can beat. We know we can beat this team. So picking up these 3 points would be massive, because that's, 3 losses that we could pick up down the road, which kind of cancels those out. As long as we get as many points, actually, just over the number of points as we play games, we should be fine for staying up in the league. I didn't show you that, but we are currently 4th from the bottom, I believe. So we're there. I mean, even the preview has actually updated after all these transfers, putting us 3rd from the bottom. So even the media expects us to avoid relegation, just barely, but they do expect us to avoid relegation. We shall see if we can get that done. Here's Chizoba picking up a ball here, pushing it up a little bit. He's going to kick it pretty deep up there. Charles is down, gets it down to Vickers. Vickers over to Gilson, not able to get it to him. Not a very good pass, honestly. A little bit risky, and obviously that did not work out. Oh, thankfully McNabb proving that he's going to be good, I think. I think once we get this guy developed up, he is going to be really, really good for us. We have gotten the single shot, though. Here's hopefully we get a shot in this one. Chizoba over to Vickers. Vickers gets it back to Chizoba. Chizoba to Holding. Holding gets it up. Charles is in the area, not able to get on that one. Chizoba be able to pick it back up. There's Charles again. Again, still not able to get on it. Alibi gets another chance. We're getting all sorts of chances. Can we get a shot off, though? Chizoba to Oyedel. Campbell is going to get a shot off. I mean, at least he got the shot off. Just barely off target to the right. But it's something, I guess. Do a little demand more early in this game. Guys need to kind of pick it up a little bit here. Only getting one shot is not going to be good enough. We definitely should be beating this team, in my opinion. They're just walking all over us right now. Here's a free kick from Gilson in. Gets across. Oyedel's in the area. Not able to get anything on that one. There's Campbell. Should be able to pick this one up nicely. Gets it up to Holding. Holding back to Chizoba. Chizoba gets it up to Alibi. Alibi's in the area. I think he's offsides. It looked good, though, otherwise. Nope. Did it count? There we go. Alibi on that left wing. Picking up a nice... I mean, he didn't play from the left wing there, to be fair, but a guy that can do that, he's going to get in that box quite a bit. So let's hope we can do some more of that down the road. Truth be told, by the way we've played so far, we do not deserve to win this game at the moment. Hopefully we pick it up here, finishing out this half and going into the second half. Or we'll just give up a goal here if we're not careful. We did. We did. A draw here, I think, is still a loss. Because, again, this is a team we know we can beat. And this is a home game for us. So I still think a draw would end up being a loss for us. To be fair, though, we are drastically below the next closest team as far as salaries that we're paying out. So we are very much underdogs. Excuse me. In pretty much all things that we're doing. So we got to take that into account, I guess, to some degree. We have not been a better team. I would say I'm disappointed. I think that is fair. All right, I'm sure we got some guys that we can swap out now because there's some guys that are not playing well at all. Scott Holding playing terribly. We'll bring Stevenson into that spot. Do we have a right back option on the bench? We do not. I mean, technically, Ormerod? You know what? Why not? See what you can do, buddy. It can't be much worse than the other guy was playing right now, so why not? Although he did look fired up. You know what? We're going to undo that one. With him looking fired up, I'm going to give him a little bit of a chance to try and pick things up here. So we'll swap out. Who will we swap out? You know what? We're going to hold off on that. We're going to come back in the 60-minute mark and see what we can do with that. I think getting yellow card off is still the right move. All right, let's get us a couple more guys out. Oyadell's nervous, but he's playing okay. Gilsonen is apprehensive, not playing great. We'll bring him out. We'll bring Heckman maybe, or Kai Jones. Kai Jones has started off the season really badly. I think we're going to bring Richie into that spot because I think Heckman we might actually bring into the front spot. Let's bring Richie in there. We've played him there obviously before quite a bit. See if he can give us a little bit of a lift here. Corner kick, or actually it's not a corner kick, it's a throw in from the corner kick spot. We're just going to give one up here, are we? No excuses, guys. What's up with that? I forgot to do two swaps at the 60-minute mark. That's all right. Just sometimes we play dumb. Come on, guys. Thought about a little bit of defense here, maybe? Just a suggestion. I mean, Colchester has made us look absolutely dumb today. We don't have anybody who can play anywhere. Definitely bring Charles out. We'll bring Heckman into the front. I mean, I guess at this point we just preserve people's fitness. So we'll bring King into that spot. And then that's pretty much it, huh? That's all we got. Oh, I was going to bring Ormerod in. I never actually did that. We'll bring Ormerod in now. Just give him some time here. All right. Just get some guys some game time. Again, at this point, if we're going to lose again, we might as well get some development out of it. We're getting a late highlight here. There's Vickers with the ball. Gets it over to Richie. Richie's got Heckman ahead of him. He tries to get it over to Alibi. Not a good... Oh, Heckman! Bad play from the defense. Oh, we got to capitalize on those dumb plays from them as well. Come on, guys. We got to make dumb plays. They capitalize. They make dumb plays. We miss it. That's not good, guys. Vickers with the corner kick. Hayes Green over the bar. Come on, guys. There's a good takeaway by Ormerod. It's good to see from him. I mean, we want to see good play from some of these new guys. Richie with the ball. Just terrible attempt there. And then nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, I mean, it was a terrible play, honestly. That was a bad game for us. Really, really bad. We should have played way better than that. Absolutely way better than that. I mean, I don't care if we lose games. That is not the point. It's not about losing the games. We're going to lose games. I'm expecting to lose games. I'm actually planning on losing games, kind of almost intentionally losing games to some degree. And what I mean by that is I'm playing not our best players. I'm playing our best potential players, which is going to lose us more games today, win us more games tomorrow. And that's really what that is all about. So I expect us to lose games. That game I expected us to win, though. I still think we should have won that game. We're 2 below the ratio that we want to be at. So, yeah, we got to start getting some wins somewhere. We're still above the relegation for the moment, but I mean, just barely, right? So we can't be playing around with this at all. I mean, worst case, we do get relegated back down. At least we got professional, and we still have the ability to develop our players. So it's not the absolute end of the world if we get relegated, but obviously we would prefer to stay up here as much as possible to kind of get a little bit of that extra money that comes in. All right, we'll be right back for game number 2 against Stockport, who is currently ranked number 11. Theoretically a winnable game because they're not necessarily one of the best teams in the world, but especially since we can beat teams like Swindon and Shrewsbury, we shall see what happens. All right, we're back for game number 2 against Stockport. Here is the team we're bringing today. We got McNabb in goal, Harrington coming on the left-hand side, Moss staying on the right, Zito and Ormerod in the central defender roles, Gilligan ahead of them as the defensive midfielder today, Oyedel and Campbell as our central midfield ahead of him. Nuttall comes in on the left wing, Taberner comes on the right wing, and Heckman is going to come in as our striker today. Let's see what this gets us. Taberner a little bit coming back from an injury, so we'll have to keep an eye on him, but we do have some guys on the bench that can come in for him as needed. Fortunately, Kai Jones has just not started the season off well. Really hoping he can pick things up coming off the bench, and then we can get him back starting again, maybe. We'll see. Buzz on my microphone. All right, there we go. I mean, any result at this point in any of these games that we're not expecting to win would be just a surprise and just kind of help us out. But this, I would not expect to win this game, honestly. I think we're going to lose this one. A draw would be a nice surprise. Let's put it that way. Throw in for Stockport. Ormerod getting his foot in there. Harrington getting his foot in that one. Unfortunately, only as far as their player here. It almost looked like an offsides there, but... Where was the penalty? I didn't even see it. It must have been off the ball, because didn't look like the guy who was on the ball defending there even came in contact. Oh my goodness, McNabb. Dude. Like, yes, you are sticking around. Please keep that kind of stuff up. That's impressive. It's old McDonald there. Not a lot in the first half here. We got a free kick coming from Ormerod. Taberner's in the area. Not able to get anywhere close to that one. And then here comes Stockport. Looking pretty good for a goal here. Oh, nope. Not because we did anything good. He just missed that one. Well, we made it through the first half. I mean, 0-0 is a draw, so we're looking for that if at all possible. All right, let's see if we can get anybody out here early. Man, Dan Moss just has not been playing well since we brought him out here. We'll go ahead and get him off there. We'll get Wilson in for that spot. We're going to leave Ormerod in for a little bit longer. He does say he's feeling the pressure lifted. We'll see what that actually ends up meaning for us. Other than that, I think that's good for now. We'll bring in a couple of more guys at the 60-minute mark. Getting a highlight here, though. Here's Harrington with the ball. Over to Moss. Moss gets it up to Taberner. Cross to Campbell. Campbell's going to go for a shot. Second goal of the season for Josh Campbell there off that midfield spot. Good stuff. Keep it up, buddy. We don't really have a strong goal scorer that has shown up at all yet. Richie's not done anything. Obviously, Pollock is just not in our side. Maybe he should be. I don't know. I just don't... The problem with Pollock is that he's just not a guy for the future for us. He could be a guy that could get us some goals now, and I absolutely believe that would be the case. But he's not a guy for the future for us, which means that playing him now, I think, ends up costing us down the road in some ways. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm going about this all wrong. Gilligan to Taberner. Taberner to Campbell. Campbell back to Gilligan. Gilligan gets it up to Nuttall. See what he can do, buddy. Come on, buddy. You've played pretty well in the last few games. He gets it across. There's Campbell. Oh, my goodness. That would have been so epic. He came out of nowhere. I didn't even see him coming until I was like, oh, they just gave it back to the other guy. He got in there and that was impressive. All right, Ormerod, I mean, get him some game time. Did what he can do. We definitely need to get him out of here, although we have nobody that coming for you. Never mind. All right, Ormerod, you're just going to have to buckle up. Get it done yourself. Really? I mean, other than him, nobody else is playing, like, poorly. Heckman's not playing great, but he's looking delighted right now. I'm going to give him a little bit more time here, I think. Do we bring somebody out that's getting a little bit tired, maybe? I mean, the only guys that are getting remotely tired are actually playing pretty well. So we're going to hold off, I guess, a little bit longer. Normally, I don't know if I do that. I'll give him another 5 minutes, and then we'll see if Heckman has picked it up at all. He really hasn't. So we're going to go ahead and get Heckman out of here. We'll give Richie another chance to come back in here. I think we go ahead and get Oyedel out. We're going to bring King into that spot. And we'll go with that for now. Speaking of Heckman, there was a bad play from Heckman that starts this one off. Yay us. Guess we brought him out one play too late. Oh my goodness, McNabb, buddy. You're going to be the player of the season for us. I mean, we're going to lose games. It's not going to be because you didn't do everything you can. I mean, are you going to give up some goals? Of course you're going to give up some goals. It's inevitable, but you are playing so well. It's incredible. We don't really have anybody come over here on the left-hand side. I guess we can move Richie over instead and then just bring in Charles up front. That's going to be fine. Who else do we want to swap out? What else do we got? We got left back. We can bring Harrington out, bring Sayers in, see what he can do today. And that's all of our subs. Oh, I was supposed to bring Taberner out. He's coming off an injury. That's all right. I mean, we don't deserve this win if we get this. Do not deserve it. But every once in a while, you got to get a little bit of a steal, right? We're going to lose some games that we don't deserve to lose, and we're going to win some games we don't deserve to win. That's just the way it goes. Or we're going to draw. Or we're going to draw. Oh, what another save. Offsides. Can we hold on one more minute? Wow, we stole one, guys. We stole one we didn't deserve. That is okay. I will take that kind of stuff right there. Absolute ridiculous play from this dude right here. Oh, my goodness. If you thought I should not be playing a 2-star goalkeeper over our 3-star goalkeeper, I'm sorry. I think you're wrong, because this guy is incredible, and he's going to develop into being somebody amazing someday. Absolutely ridiculous stuff right there. Let's see. Let's get a little bit of praise. Obviously, McNabb. Campbell playing some good stuff out there. Pretty much that's about it, to be fair. But, and then we're actually going to go ahead and criticize a couple guys that didn't play well. Moss didn't play well. We're holding guys to good standards, high standards here, right? I mean, again, it's not about losing. It's about how you play individually. If you play well individually and we still lose, I'm okay with that. But if you're the one that's playing poorly, then sorry. I mean, you don't get in there. Okay, we're back up here. We're back tied with what we want to be. We want our number of points to match basically the games played, possibly maybe just above it, but right about there would be fine. In fact, we can even go confirm that real quick based on the last couple seasons here. If we go look at the competitions, League 2, let's go to stages. Let's see what last season, what was relegation? Yep, right there. See, 48 points. So 2 points over the number of games played was enough to keep you out of relegation. Season before that, actually 1 point less. So right there at that number. The season before that, exactly that number. So yeah, if we can get just above the number of games played worth of points, then I will be extremely happy and I think we'll be fine. So as of right now, 6 points on 6 games. Yeah, I'm good. I'm completely good with that. Next game you guys are going to see, we're definitely obviously going to lose to Chelsea in the third round of the Carabao Cup. That's going to happen. Do you split the money in the Carabao Cup like you do in the FA Cup? I don't know that that's how it works. So I don't know if us playing a home game at their stadium would have been better. If that would have given us more money, maybe it is better for us to have the home game with a big team coming in, get us as many seats sold as possible. I don't know. But it is televised. We should get a little bit of television money from that as well. But the next game you guys are going to see is going to be somewhere down here in October. I really don't know. Honestly, we're probably going to come back for some of these games that we have a chance of actually winning. So maybe Cambridge and Burton, because those guys are pretty low. Definitely winnable teams for us or something like that. Something like that. Or maybe even Grimsby. Grimsby wouldn't be bad. Bristol Rovers wouldn't be bad. So somewhere down here, I'll come back and we'll see if we've maybe at least can get past Crawley. Where are they at? They're a League One team. Hey, we've knocked out a few League One teams. I'm not scared. I'm less scared of them than I am of the League Two teams. But obviously the loss to Chelsea, as long as we get a big chunk of money from that, I'll be happy with that. We'll see where we go. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.